planners, sorry for the late start. We had some technical difficulties, so I was making sure it was working properly first before I come on. So hi, good night planners. Today is our 14th series. Yes, 14, right? Let me officially welcome you to the Money Talks series for teens. My name is Letitia Supfield Barrett. I am the financial educator at Destiny Planners. We teach entrepreneurs and individuals how to understand their money, how to manage it, lower their taxes, and see about grow their wealth for the future. Yes. So first thing first, let me thank all of you who are on now and those who watch the replay. I want to thank you for taking time to sit down and listen to these series, and hope it is very vital and helps you a lot with your money management. So today's topic is all about price. If you were following before, last week we talked about the banking system. Today we are talking about price. Yes, it's a very hot topic. Okay, so as I said before, last week we spoke about the banking system, and today we want to stress on the exchanging of money within the bank and how that affects you with your pricing as an entrepreneur. So first thing first, you may be aware that, or may not be aware, the exchange between the banks and affects the exchange between the banks helps with all currency. This is done through an international foreign exchange market, or the forex market, right? This exchange happens online and it's usually instantly, so there's no delay in this exchange, right? The forex market is very similar to a normal market where you will buy and sell goods, but instead this deals with buying and selling of different foreign currency and sometimes securities as well. So when I say different foreign currency, let me explain that further. Yes, my paper is a little out of the way today. Right? So let me explain that further. When I say currency, as we said last week, currency, we talk about the money that is used within the given country. So like for instance, where I live here in Trinidad, we use $30. So our money would not be used in another country, say as in the US or even in England, right? So let me further explain to you. So you use your money or your currency to buy goods or services within your country. True, right? So what I was explaining earlier on, if you, for instance, if you are going away on a vacation or you're a teen, so let me say on a vacation. So you're going away on a vacation, your parents decide to carry you, say in New York. So for instance, they will need US currency, so they will have to take their TT money now to go to the bank and exchange it to get US currency, so you can have that to spend. But say for instance you will go in England instead, so instead of you can't use US. Yes, you could use US, but you may want to prefer go with pounds. So you would take your $30 and go to the bank now and exchange it for the value that you want to, when you reach over there, you want to spend. So that's the whole thing about foreign exchange and the exchange between two currencies, right? Then you have securities. Now securities are certificates that you can buy and it earns you more money. Yes, more money in your pocket. Yes, this is usually either bonds or shares, right? So let me explain each concept. So a share is a document stating that you own a business, or are owner of a business, or part owner of a business, either or. It depends on what type of business, but we're not going to go into all that. So large companies will sometimes put their share on the market for sale. So like normal people like you, myself and you can be able to purchase shares on the stock market. So that is where you will go now and you will buy each share and become an investor in that business. and at the end of that financial year, you will receive a dividend, which is usually received after all profits and taxes. The profit you receive after all taxes was paid out, right? So again, more money in the pocket, right? So those are simple little investments that you can do. Then you have bonds. Now, bonds is a certificate for a loan, which are used by countries and large businesses. So the investor buys these bonds and earn interest on them over time, right? So that is another way, again, how price is affected. So let's go back to the main talk about today, which is all about your price. So all that was just an introduction, so you understand how price is affected by all of these things, right? So now, when I explain to you in terms of the price will be the things, depends on how much people want to buy something versus the availability of the item. That is called demand and supply. So demand is the desire to buy the product, while the supply is the availability of the product or the service. That makes sense? Well, whatever you want to buy. So let me give you an example. So for instance, you're a teen, so most of you all want iPhone, iPad, this, right? So the demand is there, so therefore the price will go up, right? And if you consider wanting, your parents say they're buying a Me Too now, the demand for that is very low, so again the price will be low. True, that makes sense? Yes, thumbs up. That makes perfect sense, because most young people do not want to be walking around with no Me Too. No, that's a big no. So on the other hand, now when you think of supplies, say for instance, let me give you an example. So like where we are in the Caribbean, we have a lot of fruits. So right now it's mango season, so supply of mangoes is abundant. There's so much mango all over the place. So therefore the price will go down because there's so much mangoes available. Whereas right now oranges are not available or not that rampant as mangoes are right now. So the supply of oranges will be lower, so the price will tend to be higher, right? So that is the demand and the supply issue. Yes, KFC is one too, yes. Right? So now these rules will apply to all goods and services. The same rules will apply across the board, right? So as an entrepreneur, you will buy products when the supply is high, but you will sell it when the demand is high. So you for sure will maximize your profit at the end of the day. So as an entrepreneur, that will help you to increase your profit. Yes. All for the money, always for the money, right? So that is a simple rule in business that you should understand, especially if you're going and become an entrepreneur. That's something that you could take in consideration. So let me give you a quick recap. So today we spoke about investments, different types of investments, whether you are invested in a business or properties, right? We also spoke about the bonds and shares, right? That both could make you earn money over time, right? It's not instant, it's over time you earn this money, right? Then we spoke about the most important thing, price. Price will be affected by how much people want of the item, which is the demand, and how many of the item is available, which is the supply. Yes. So to be successful, you have to and you should buy when it is low and sell when the demand is high, right? So you purchase when it is low, but you sell when the demand is high, right? You always look for things that are rare and high in demand, so your profit will always be high. Well, I shouldn't say really profit, but your profit margin or your investment will always be high, so you get a good something at the end of the day, right? So that makes sense. All right, I'm looking for my next sheet. Yesterday a little wayward today. I need some licks, right? So I'm going to leave you with two important things to remember. Did you know, or are you aware that the Wall Street in New York is the biggest stock market existing in the world? There are other stock markets. There are one in the UK. There's one in Germany. There's one in Japan. There's one in China as well, and other places as well. But the one in New York, Wall Street, you should, if you pay attention to news and listen to the economic stuff, yes, Wall Street is the biggest one that exists so far, right? Then another important thing that you should know, this is the importance of buying shares early. Yes, the importance of buying shares. So say for instance, back in 1980, when Apple now had just launched, and I think their shares went at $30 at the point in time. So at present, right now, their shares is about 236 times that value since back in 1980. So if you were ever, or if you have any family or relatives who bought shares in Apple back then when they now started, oh yes, you will be reaping your rewards now. That's just to tell you, as I stated earlier, shares or bonds, you earn money as time go by. It's not an instant. So in that case, that's why I give you that example. In that case, it took some time before the person who initially purchased the first share gained from the benefits. So not everything in life is always quick pace. Sometimes it takes some time. So with investment, that's the deal. You have to take time. Yes, and you know, everybody always wants more money in the pocket. So yes, we always have to find some creative way to do that, right? So again, I wanted to thank you for coming on and watching and learning. I hope my nuggets I give is very valuable and it do help you as you get older and get more involved with money and getting all the knowledge you need to become a better individual and better be able to manage your money, manage your wealth, and continue to grow. I will see you again next week. Bye for now.